Well, it finally happened. The Idaho housing market, it blinked. I don't know, I didn't know how to do that other than just blink. After months of sellers holding firm, the cracks are starting to show. Buyers are starting to reduce the price a little bit so the buyers can jump into the game. We haven't seen this in a long time, so we're starting to see a little movement. This might affect how you sell your home going into the fall and into the winter this year. My name is Greg Langham. I'm an associate broker here in the Boise, Idaho area, which means I can help you buy and sell real estate. And I've been keeping my ears to the ground, eyes on the market very closely right now, and we're starting to see a shift take place. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video how we had over 900 price reductions over the past 10 days. So it's a signal that in Idaho, sellers no longer hold the cards when it comes to selling and pricing homes. We're starting to see some wiggle room, and that's a good indicator if you're a buyer. If you're a seller, you have to be strategic when it comes to selling your home. So let's jump into that right now. Over the past few weeks, what I've seen is this: a surge in price reductions across Ada, Canyon, and Elmore counties. I am seeing prices come down. Sellers are coming down in pricing. Builders are slashing pricing to get more people into those subdivisions. They are giving away $30,000 in credits. And if you're looking for new construction, now's the time to purchase new construction because they are just handing out money left and right to get you into their subdivision. So that's what I'm seeing. Number two, I'm seeing homes sit longer, even in neighborhoods that used to move in days. These homes used to just fly off the shelf. They'd pop up and be gone. Now they are sitting. They're sitting because they priced so high, because what's happened, right? The neighbors now put their house on the market because they know that how good their neighborhood is, right? They're like, man, this is one of the best neighborhoods. We can command this price. Well, you know, you gotta think that yes, it's a great neighborhood. You can offer a little bit or ask a little bit more, but you gotta think about, man, the interest rate's at over 6% right now. That's a lot of money. So can the buyers work with that monthly payment, and can they get their home sold? They can't right now, right? So they're selling their home for less than what they could. The math just doesn't add up anymore. So some of those neighborhoods where the homes are just fly off the shelf, they're gone. But what is interesting are the homes that are priced really, really strongly right now. Those are selling in days. So that tells me there is still a lot of buyer activity on the sidelines. They're ready to jump in. They're ready to make an offer. Point being, over the weekend, the house came on the market. It just came on the market. I showed it on Sunday. There was another couple already showing it. We got into a competitive offer situation. My clients won that, which was great. But oh my gosh, we're in competitive market. It was a great house, but what made it even better was the homeowner priced it correctly. It was an attractive price. The numbers made sense for what the square footage was, what the house was, the location. So it brought a lot of buyers, right? So the lower the price, the more offers, the more eyeballs. That's just the way it goes when it comes to selling. So that's what happened on that. So yes, you might have a pristine home in a pristine neighborhood commanding a high price that could have sold in days 2, 3, 4 years ago. Now it might sit a little bit longer. The third thing I'm seeing are more sellers are offering credits for closing costs, repairs, and rate buydowns. I'm seeing that across the board. I see that all the time with new construction, but even homeowners now are saying, hey, Greg, would it make sense if we as a homeowner put in our marketing remarks, or you put in our advertisements that, hey, we are willing to pay part of the buyer's closing costs? I haven't seen that in years. So I've been doing real estate for 20 plus years. I haven't done seller paid closing costs in a long time. Matter of fact, the last offer I wrote, the seller is paying portion of my buyer's closing costs. That is a significant change in the market. And that's what I mean when the Idaho market is starting to blink. We're starting to see a little blink of the market shift here in Idaho. For months, we've had this standoff where sellers are saying, my house is worth this, and buyers are saying, no, it's not, it's worth this. And there's been this standoff. Well, now the buyers are starting to win that staring contest, and the sellers are starting to say, okay, I can meet you in the middle here. Let's do a deal. Let's put it together. So we are starting to see that shift take place. So I mentioned 2 weeks ago, we had over 900 price reductions come across our MLS. That's crazy. That's a lot of price reductions come across, but that's just the market correcting itself, right? So as a realtor, I can't come to you as a homeowner and say, listen, your house is gonna sell for this amount. I can't do that. I can make my best guess based off the comps, but really, who determines the price? The realtor, you the seller, or the buyer? Well, generally it's the buyer, because it's what a buyer's willing to pay for your house. So we have market correction. So when the market corrects, meaning what buyers are willing to pay, that's called a market correction. So we have over 900 price reductions coming down to try and find where that market is. Where are those buyers? What's gonna get those buyers off the sidelines? That's what we're starting to see right now in the Idaho market, is this buyer correction. So that comes into a pricing war. So it used to be a beauty contest with the housing, right? This home has a water feature, this home has a pool, this home has the granite or whatever. Now it's pricing war. Well, this home just reduced by 10,000. Greg, should we reduce our home by 11,000 so we're just 1,000 under the neighbor's house so we look better? You get into these pricing wars within neighborhoods, which is what the buyer wants, because the buyer wants to buy the home in that great neighborhood for the least expensive price. It's great for the buyer because the buyer then can pay the least amount for the nice home in the neighborhood. So that's what we're starting to see. That's what we're starting to see here in the market, here in the Idaho market. So when you're thinking about coming to the Idaho market and you're like, man, you know, do I have to write a full price offer to get into Idaho? I heard I had to go above asking. Right now you don't. You can be pretty good. You can have contingencies. Just work with a good realtor here at the Go Idaho team. You can reach out to any one of us. We'll definitely give you an update as to what's happening. Like I said, we have our ears to the ground, our eyes are on the market, so we know what's happening. We study the market, we talk about the market in our sales meeting, so we can better help our clients either sell their home for the shortest amount of time for the highest amount of money, or get our buyers into a home for the least amount of money. So if that's kind of where you're at, then just definitely give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. If you're selling your home right now, I'm sure you feel it. Fewer offers coming in, fewer showings. The showings are more sporadic. They're not coming in every single day, but that's normal. That doesn't mean the market's crashing. That Boise, Idaho market is not crashing down. I don't know of a market right now that is crashing down right now. I know a lot of markets are cooling. I talk to realtors every single day across the country. I study their markets, but I know of no market in the United States that is crashing, just cooling off and correcting itself. So if you're out of state thinking, oh my gosh, I just watched Greg's video, it's blinking, 900 price reductions, we're gonna go pick up a house pennies on the dollar. That's not gonna happen. You're still gonna pay fair market value for a home, but we're gonna negotiate that for you and find you a great deal. In some ways, this correction is healthy. I always think a good price correction is healthy because it puts everything back in order. We ran up like crazy for a long time. Now we're kind of coming down to like some normalcy, and people are adjusting to that 6.3 interest rate, that 6.0 interest rate. I think if we can get under that 6.0 interest rate and get into the fives, we're gonna see a wildfire of activity going in because everyone wants to get a rate in those fives right now. We'll see refinances take place. We'll see a lot of activity, which will spur a lot of homes coming onto the market. And probably because there's so much demand for Idaho, we might see some pricing wars just because homes are still priced pretty competitively, especially if you're coming in from an outside market. So it's really important that when you are ready to make the move, you are pre-approved, ready to go. If you need help finding a great person, a great lender, just reach out to us. We have a great finance team that can help you out, get you squared away, because we don't want you to lose out on a great house once that does come available. So if you're a seller right now, or you're saying, Greg, I need to get my house on the market, I need to sell my house, what should I be doing? Should I just wait? Or I don't know what to do, man, like help me out. Well, here are the 4 things that you should be doing if you're a homeowner in the Boise, Idaho area. Number 1, price it competitively from day one. Don't dilly-dally around. Don't just try and throw up numbers and see what sticks. You have to come in competitive right out of the bat. Just be strong with that number. Now, if you don't know what your number is, that's what the Go Idaho team can help you with. We can get that number to you to be like, okay, this is a competitive number, this is a reach, don't know if you'll get any activity off of this number, but this is the number that you should be hitting the market at and running. This is what we can expect offers at. So price your home competitively to get on the market. Number 2, do not skip the prep. Buyers have so many options right now to choose from. They could go new construction and get a brand new home. They could buy in your neighborhood. If you skip the prep work to get your home prepared for the market, you may miss out on a great deal. So don't skimp out on that. I posted a video about the things that you can do to prepare your home for sale. I'll post that link here so you can watch that video and that you can kind of re-educate yourself on what you have to do to prepare your home for sale. Buyers make up their mind about your home within from the curb to the front door. They already have a preconceived notion about your house. That's just one portion of it. So don't skip the prep work when it comes to preparing your home for sale. And if you need help with that, we have a guide that we can provide for you. We'll link it down below in the description and you can get that free guide on how to prep your home for sale. Number 3, you can offer small incentives before big price cuts. So that's a strategy that you can do. So rather than chopping off $15,000 off the sales price to kind of get more buyers in, you can always say, hey, why don't we do $5,000 towards closing costs or $5,000 towards a rate buy down, or hey, why don't we offer a home warranty or whatever. So you can always offer some sort of incentive to, lure a buyer in, because there might be buyers who really like your house and are okay with the price, and a little incentive might get them to write the offer at that higher price versus just cutting it and then being like, well, geez, if they drop the price by this, maybe we can get it for even less, or wait for them to get more desperate and then we can offer them even less. So sometimes those small incentives can actually work in your favor. Just connect with your realtor and talk that through a little bit with them. Number 4, market the lifestyle, just not the square footage. So if you have a beautiful home, if you're in, let's just say, the Legacy subdivision, man, you gotta market that lifestyle, the golf course, the pools, the 4th of July parade, the trick-or-treating that goes on in that neighborhood. That lifestyle that people live in Legacy. Homestead, what an amazing neighborhood that is. Spurwing. There's so many subdivisions that you can talk about the lifestyle of that neighborhood and what it's like to live there versus just the square footage of your home. You have to sell what the lifestyle is like living in that home. It's more than a 2,200 square foot home. It's building connection. It's walking down to the pond and fishing when you get home from work. It's connecting with your grandchildren who come to visit for the first time and driving them in your golf cart around the neighborhood. You're selling that lifestyle. Paint that picture, and that's something the marketing can do for you. That's something that we can help you with when it comes to selling your home. So those 4 things are 4 easy things that you can do right out of the gate when it comes to selling your home and positioning your home for, even though this market's blinking right now, doesn't mean you have to take your house off the market. Doesn't mean you have to fold the cards on the table and say, I'm out. It just means you have to reposition. Maybe you take your home off the market for a little bit of time. Maybe reevaluate who your realtor is. Maybe, reevaluate with your current realtor and say, hey, let's take a different approach. We just watched Greg's video, let's go this direction. Do something like that. So take a break if you're on the market, or just reposition yourself, recalibrate, and go back on the market even stronger. So the Idaho market, yes, it's shifting. It's a little shifty right now. So it doesn't mean it's crashing. So if you are contemplating getting your house on the market and getting ready to go, just reach out to us if you need someone like myself or anyone on my team to help you prepare your home to get on the market, or just give you an idea. Say, man, is this something that I can do? Is this the house that I can sell today, or should I be waiting for another year? Do I have enough equity to sell it today? Are there any buyers out there who might be interested in my house? Reach out to us here at the Go Idaho team. We'd love to connect with you and learn more about you and put a game plan together that's right for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to share it with those friends of yours who are thinking about buying or selling, or who are interested in the Idaho housing market. And until next week, go Idaho.